is Paul. For those of you that wondered, I will never be a god. I won't, as far as I know, get my own planet or my own solar system, galaxy, or my own heaven. And I know that the Bible talks about the first and second and third heavens. Yes. But I'm not expecting to really get to participate in all these different levels of heaven. Now, there's this insane delusion, yes, an irrational, persistent belief in the imaginary state of the facts, resulting in a lack of capacity to undertake acts of legal consequence. Now, this domestic violence, yes, where you say I was in certain cities, Squim, Washington, yeah. I provide the evidence to law enforcement that I wasn't, yes. And you say that I'm the delusional defendant for knowing where I was. Looks like we have some individuals that they're spending the rest of eternity as gods and have decided that they were God right now. Oh, now sheriff, good Catholic. Exactly what you're not going to spend any time in purgatory. Yes. You're going right to heaven on this one. The abuse of your power, right, is that you can never admit wrongdoing because it's against your religion. What don't you understand? Your insane delusion. Now, when you arrested me on January 4th, yes, for the allegation of violating this protection order that the insane court commissioner had issued, yes, without the actual signature of the petitioner, using forgeries, the fraudulent misrepresentation of what actually took place in court. You said I was in Squim, Washington, when I wasn't. I wasn't there at 7:47 a.m. on December 31st of 2015. Now, I mentioned 1,000 times, right, I was on the bus that morning, and I just want you to know, okay, that this domestic violence against myself as a citizen, you have a delusional insanity because of your abuse of power. That you would say it's not domestic violence, and if I have a problem, I should motion the court. But if we think about Superior Court Judge Kogenhauer, okay, the deity that he invokes, yes, he's not this good old boy that I know the bolo, okay, Judge Kogenhauer? I think you've been involved in some spirituality where, why don't we think of the lesser known gods in the sorcery of what you practice? Now, I know the bolo, good old boy. Why don't you call upon any deity that you can think of right now? This is a pattern of violence, of coercion and intimidation and harm. Now, these prosecutors that should work to understand the reality, let's talk about reality for just a second, because we've been talking about possibility. Reality, Judge Kogenhauer. There is no fucking way I would ever motion that court. Your spirituality is that you're a god. And the deities that you have been invoking over the course of your life, the lesser known, you would. My word. Now, there's the reality of myself as a victim, of the experience of your abuse, Judge Kogenhauer. Your abuse, Judge Porter. Your abuse. Now, I tell you, this is what the reality of the RCW say. The reality of what the state constitution says. The reality of what the Constitution says. Yes. The reality of what the VAWA says. And your thought is we do not have to enforce the reality of the law. Instead, your insane delusion that you can victimize American citizens because of my inability, yes, to get an attorney. Because I'm homeless. Call your deity right now, Judge Kogenhauer. Of all the books that you've read, of all the spiritism that you've studied, of every time, right now, call your deity. Now, I know judges are not supposed to have any spirituality, but they do. And when you've been bribed and corrupting, and you have an insane delusion. The reality of the laws are that this is actual domestic violence. You have abused my sons, and you have allowed for the violence